So another great feature of One Step is that you can, in just the amount of time it takes to be dry to the touch, we can come back with another color, like crimson, and we can put that over the top. So in this case, I want his sash that goes across the chest and over the shoulder to be reddish. And so I'll take the crimson and apply it directly over the top of the yellow. Now in this case, I want to take a thinned down version of this. I don't want it to be as potent as it is right out of the bottle, because you've seen the tint capability of One Step. I know I want to leave some of the yellow showing, so we'll even show you how you can take a little bit of water. I'll do it maybe, 1-to-1, call it 50-50 water and One Step. You can be pretty aggressive, and we'll mix that in. Just water. You can use the special sauce medium if you don't like how the paint acts when it's this low viscosity, because of course when you add water to paint, it starts to be even runnier. This is already a low viscosity paint, so you have to be a little bit more careful when you thin it down like this. But the medium will help keep it like it was out of the bottle. It's the only really reason to use the medium to thin down the One Step is if you're uncomfortable with painting it as watery as it gets when you add this much water. Now we'll just take the brush again, and we're going to go straight over. You can see that our flesh tone is still wet here. We just got done applying it, and in the time we took to apply the flesh tone, we now have the yellow. Looks pretty dry, and we're going to go straight over the top of it with the crimson on this sash, and you'll see that it has no ill effects at all. Everything is good. We just get a really nice orangey red out of this, with that yellow being able to show through. So this allows you to become a master of blending colors without ever blending colors. Using filters like this, glazing, washes, is always a great tactic to help shift coloring on your model, and can make things really easy for speeding it up when you don't want to have to keep a mix on the palette. You can just paint everything, like in this case, paint it all yellow, come back with the crimson, and get the exact color we want in the end very, very quick, right? So that's going to give us a really nice, rich, orangey red. Here, I probably want to use a little less material on the brush, not flood it, because I'm doing more detailed painting. You'll get used to that. Again, make sure I don't leave that open edge. Just grab that, pull it back around the sash this way, and boom, it doesn't get any easier. There is no skill being used here that you don't possess yourself. No matter how long you've been painting, you can do exactly what I'm doing here. So you can paint with the tip of the brush and still unload quite a bit of material to get the effect you want. Go back over it. If you don't like an area, you can go right back over it immediately without any worry of tearing. So on this, I want to get down in here. Boom, nice. Because a lot of the contrast effect on the model was taken care of with the yellow, you can treat the top coat of crimson in this case more like a glaze or a really quick filter from a wash. So you don't have to use as much material, but you definitely can. Notice how it's still having a very good impact on the shadow, color, and contrast over the yellow. It's not covering any of that up. It's maintaining the contrast that we want, but giving you the ability very, very quickly in your process to alter those colors without fear of re-wetting or tearing the paint or anything like that. This has got a little bit of a tough spot right here where I got to get in. Boom. But again, I can come right back over the top if I want that to be a little bit more red, not quite so bright yellow across that top edge. You don't have to be afraid of overworking it, as long as you're not just completely saturating it with a wet brush, right? And that works fantastic. So just real quick, we're able to put that crimson over the top of the yellow, and no longer than it took the yellow to be dry to the touch, and boom, we have a third color now. So whether you choose to mix in the cup, if you wanted to mix the crimson and the yellow in the cup like we did with the flesh and the graphite green, you can do that. Or just simply take the easier route, in my opinion, paint the model all with the yellow like this, and then choose the parts that you want to alter the color and filter another coat of One Step over it. They work so well, and you can put it straight out of the bottle over the top of one another. There's no rules with it. Play with it like you would any normal paint.